bread. So usually, like, if it smells like something's burning or it's been like, usually I check like every 5 to 10 minutes. And I know it's not good to open up the oven constantly, but I can't help it. So for this bread, I think you're supposed to use like a square dish and cook it for like a half hour. But I used 5 large bread loaf pans, and it ended up cooking for like a whole hour because like the inside wasn't done, and then there's a reason why no one has the end of the bread. That will become like French toast or something.
Nice. That's a very creative way to work with
if anyone wants to see how I make it, or if we all just want to sit there and eat and relax, I'm going to start cooking it up, I guess. Yeah.
Is it just, so tell us what you're doing for those.
Okay. For those, I think I covered it a little, but we have an enormous pot of apples chopped up as of now, and you turn it on high heat, you add in a little water, and you almost constantly stir it for fear that your mom's going to catch you not stirring it, and also it might like stick. So
How much is a little water?
a little water is like, I'd say like a cup or 2 for all the...
that big pot?
Yeah, for that big pot. But if you feel it starting to stick, then you want to add more. But you just want to start very little. Like for that one, I'll throw in like a cup. And if it feels like it's starting to stick, I'll throw in another cup for an enormous amount of apples that we have.
If you make applesauce with like a sweet variety of apple, you need to add a lot of sugar?
I don't add any sugar, but like I suppose if you like your applesauce like sweeter, and there's a method like you can add sugar if you want to. If you're using a sweeter variety, I don't know which ones are sweeter varieties. I'm not well versed in my apple varieties. I just throw them all in. But then you probably wouldn't want to add so much sugar just because they have more sugar content.
Sounds like personal preference.
Personal preference.
I'll just bring out what we were heating up to a boil in there.
Okay, so who here has never canned before? Some people that have never ever canned ever in their lives. Okay, for those that it's really hot. In here is just a lid. Is it hot? It's a little hot. Is this thing, the screw cap, and then a lid. And we heated it up to a boil and just kind of let it simmer so that we can make this plastic lining around here soft so that forms a good seal. I think before they probably used rubber, but then when plastic was invented in the late 1800s, and then back in like the 1970s, I'm really interested in plastic, so I like to talk about it a lot. But and then in the 1970s, we really started using a lot of plastic, so they put it on the lids. So yeah, there's that.
Doesn't the plastic give off toxins though?
Yeah, a lot of, it's the plasticizers in the plastic that are toxic. Like we've all heard of BPA. I think a lot of us have heard of the bisphenol A. And so they've stopped putting that in plastic. What BPA does is it makes it soft and malleable, and so you can use plastic for a lot of stuff. But they realized that that's not healthy for us, so now they're starting to put it's called BPA is in the phthalate group. Here's a little organic chemistry for everyone. And so now they're starting to use other phthalates to replace BPA that are just as toxic to the human body. But because it doesn't have as much press, they use that plasticizer as opposed to BPA.
Because it's not illegal yet.
How can
It's not illegal yet, that's right.
So it's good to try to avoid plastic, but I think this little amount, it's better than having your food shipped across the country in those little pre-packaged containers.
Are
It's
you
safe.
sure that they're plastic? They've always been rubber.
Yeah, now they make them out of plastic. I don't know why they don't use rubber anymore.
Whatever the owner is.
Because the last one I bought were rubber.
Hmm.
And I bought those 2 weeks ago.
I read somewhere in one of the new canning books that they use plastic now, but it could change from different manufacturers.
This way, so the peels are at the top of each slice. And the green one is third from the bottom. Has everybody got that? Okay.
No, I don't.
So, oh, okay.
You're just
So,
saying that because you want to
Peels
see me
away
eat.
from you.
The peel's away from
Peels away from you.
Oh,
Yep.
this way. This
Okay.
is the right way. The peel's away from me? Okay. Either way.
So your top one is Empire.
All right.
The next one is John Gold.
Okay.
The next one is Rome. Okay.
The jello.
Yeah.
This one's next one, jello.
So Rome should be like a dark red
Dark red,
peel.
yeah.
Crispin is that kind of greenish yellow one.
All right.
Wine sap is next.
Right.
And then Ida Red.
I don't
So
know. Okay.
as you're tasting these, I'm curious to hear which ones you think are still crunchy enough to be an eating apple and which ones you think are too soft and maybe you'd use for baking or for applesauce. Which one is?
The Ida Red.
The Ida Red still crispy? Okay.
What are the bottom two again?
Bottom two are Wine Sap and Ida Red. I would need to write it down. I wish I had a little sheet for everybody to hand out.
Wine sap's just kind of.
That's the one we thought was
Kind
too
of,
mushy.
yeah, it's-
Yep. We put it on just to show, but I wouldn't choose that.
No, I
agree.
wouldn't either.
Does anybody have a favorite apple variety that you always look for?
Yeah, one that they don't make anymore.
What's that?
Northern Spy.
Northern Spy?
They're doing away with them.
Okay. I don't think I've ever had it.
Those are good.
I bought some this summer at the Northern Spy.
Oh, really? Where'd you find them?
Down in Randolph.
Down, where'd you say?
Randolph.
In Randolph. Okay.
Portland's and Empires.
Portland's and Empires. My mom always buys Empires. That's all she buys. Yeah, they do. Which ones do you like? Honey Crisp, yeah. Yeah.
If you want to save them, we put them under the house in the crawl space. Ida Red saves for the longest. I can have them till May.
Okay.
And Spice is next. And then Empires are real early. They have to be used first. And Madden's and Portland.
Okay.
They have to be used by the second.
Yeah, good to know. Thank you. Okay. Second from the top was John Gold. Yeah. How was that one? I actually haven't tried any yet. That one's good? Yeah, okay. Oh, is it? Oh, he wrote John. Okay. I've never heard of John Gold. Okay. Thank you.
He lives over on 4th Street.
John Gold, yeah.
Yours too. Taking a break.
These are the things I told you about, but I didn't show you. And you'll also be getting these in your canning kits. And these are so useful. You have no idea. You will burn yourself or mess something up if you don't have these. This is the magic lid picker upper. So you put it. I didn't pick it up right. Don't look.
Hey, you're cheating.
Okay. Yeah. So, the lid is in here. And it works awesome.
Why do you have to use that?
You use this so you don't burn yourself.
Contamination.
And germs,
No
yeah.
germs on the inside.
Yeah, because you have germs everywhere, including other fingers. So, This is so you can like pour it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it's so useful that like you need it.